With all of 100-some Pokemon, which ones have resonated most with me? That is what I'm revealing today. Only rule is one Pokemon per line, so no Vanillish and Vanillux. I know, how will I choose which ice cream cone is better? Psst. Plot twist. I won't. So in Wonder Trade, I've gotten about 5 of these probably, between the lazy fletchlings, dang it fletchling, and the people who catch and Wonder Trade love discs just be jackasses. The funny part is I disposed of most of these Cabalions, not realizing they were actually legendary. Oops. I still don't want to use one of these though, but I laugh every time I get a new one in Wonder Trade. Call this a Pokemon I want more than one I appreciate. I haven't really gotten anything that allows me to access a Tyranitar, but it's basically a towering dinosaur thing, and I've heard it does decent in battle too. While I really could care less about Pikachu and Raichu, Pichu is too adorable to hate. Unfortunately, it will always be terrible if used seriously. It just can't hold its own in a fight outside of Smash Bros. Its time in Smash Bros. May be why I'm so fond of it. It was one of the few characters I naturally was great with in Melee. It can't be any higher because of how poorly it fares outside of Smash Bros. This, or Froakie, was the first Pokemon I properly had. I'd been asked to try 3rd gen at one point, but everything was ultimately erased, including the golden Poochyena that appeared as soon as I got balls. Apparently those aren't common. Anyway, seeing a blue frog, I naturally had to choose her. When she became a ninja, I knew I chose correctly. I still prefer the look of the initial Froakie, but Greninja isn't bad either, and obviously I grew attached to her. She also has perfect IVs. Duh, I don't know how that happened. I'm sure Gyarados ranks highly for anybody, and currently I'm breeding decent standard Magikarps with cute names to be ironic when it evolves. I'd go with Magikarp if it could learn more attack moves, but it only has 2 I believe, and 1 is a chore to give it. Yet Gyarados is just a powerhouse. It amuses me. It amuses me very much. In the many years I was an outsider to Pokemon thanks to Mega Man having mostly superior multi-version handheld games, I always liked Squirtle. It's a cute blue turtle that shoots water. How is that not the best thing ever? When Sycamore offered Squirtle amongst the second trio, I wanted to pick him there, but I'd already chosen Froakie, so it wouldn't be a smart decision to have 2 water Pokemon. I had to pass on Squirtle for the moment. I don't know, I mean this guy's never been a hallmark of my normal team, but I still like him. He's blue, funny looking, and has fully rainbow things as a main. It's a very charming design. Instead of Squirtle, I had to go with Charmander. Fire was a good compliment at that point, and I knew I could get a Squirtle later, so Cho joined my team and fought alongside his blue sister in arms. I don't particularly like Charizards better than Squirtle or Blastoise, but Cho definitely worked his way into my heart as he transformed into a dragon and then Mega Evolved. I suppose I more respect Blissey than like them. Sure, I particularly liked my Achilles, but Blissey has kind of a bland design. Yet in battle, it is just insane and can be the ace of attrition up my sleeve if someone pushes the battle there. It can shrug off super effective hits like a slap in the face, with its high health and defense curl, and heal it back periodically. It's been the one Pokemon to survive an opponent's Spite Explosion in a Team Maison battle, You know, the CPU can't win, so it's just going to try to end this in a draw. It kills itself, its teammate, my other Pokemon, and then Achilles just stands there with a sliver of health. Blisseys are just epic. Also in attrition battles, I love when your opponent tries so hard to paralyze or put you to sleep, so you use your moves at a slower rate. A blue cotton ball dragon bird thing. You know I'm gonna be all about that. I absolutely love the design of Altaria. It actually is pretty good in battle to boot. So fluffy. Aggron is another decent tank. Not quite as tanky as Blissey, but also able to put up a fight. Unfortunately, its typing could be better balanced, and while its Mega Evolution has a much better typing, the limit on how many Pokemon who can Mega Evolve generally serves a Pokemon who isn't a tank better. I rarely want to expend my Mega Evolution on Aggron, unless it's the only one I have who can. Really, you should get at least 2 Mega Evolutions per battle. It may not be the best flying or ghost Pokemon, but it's a ghost balloon. It isn't terrible either. It can even get you out of tough binds if you'd use it as a support Pokemon. Regardless, I still like Luftloft for traversing Kalos. I honestly like the whole Snorunt line, but I really like Haley, my Froslass. It's got a good typing with Ghost that makes it much more difficult to handle, but otherwise it has good speed and can cause a lot of damage, yet still serves as a more risky, battle of attrition Pokemon. When Haley works, she works brilliantly like nothing else and is quite evil. And when my opponent gets lucky, that was the risk. To be blunt, Ampharos is a beast. It can hit incredibly hard and tends to be good about taking hits, but it also has good coverage and can even slay dragons fairly effectively. He was one wonder trade from Spain that I didn't breed, plus he's a now hairless sheep. So fluffy. So fluffy. I actually have twin Houndooms. One, Gehenna, I have built to fight, and another, Abaddon, who just has great IVs and is male, but not fit to fight. But definitely fit to father. Houndooms are powerhouses already, but Mega Evolved, they are great for tearing virtually anything down. Besides, who doesn't love a black dog with horns? Its typing may be even worse than ever before, since any stupid bird can slaughter it, and fairies add extra pressure. I still wanted a Breloom, so when I got one in Wonder Trade, I promptly bred it up hoping to get decent stats, and then I met Eccleston. 9 eggs hatched, and this 9th Shroomish had red spots. His IVs could be better, but I had to use this Shroomish instead of any of the others I hatched. Over time, Eccleston has grown to be one of my most common Pokemon, and Brelooms have become my favorite Pokemon. Since he was shiny, I didn't have the heart to rename him, so I kept my numbering scheme name. My team is fantastic, and you know what? So is he. Or actually she, because Eccleston is actually a girl Breloom. Plot twist. So those are my top 15 favorite Pokemon, as of now. The lower end will probably change when Generation 7 is released. So episode question! Have you had any experiences like I did with Eccleston?